Hello, everybody. Uniquely Lady Charlotte and Heidi Scotty. Scotty. Say, see. So anyway, they headlight out too, babe. So I got on here to say hey to everybody. I just got off work, but I wanted to tell you something else that happened to me. It's been a few things that have happened, but this one was a doozy too. So I had this doctor, and I don't know if I told y'all that's the doctor that had a phone in his pocket. And when I'm there for, as a first time patient, this happened maybe 3 months ago. I've only been to him once. I was a first time patient. First, I was a patient of the other doctor in his office, but she retired. Good doctor, she retired. I only saw her once, and she retired. They both worked in the same office in Salisbury. All right, well, she said you can go start seeing him. Okay, so I go over and see him. They're in the same building, they're around the corner from each other, hallway. I went to him one time. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Did a lot of talking. Talked a lot more than I did. I couldn't get a word in edgewise. He was just talking so much. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I see how this is gonna be. You're gonna be one of those doctors that do so much talking that you're not gonna listen to me. Or you're not gonna let me talk at all. So you can find out what's going on, deeper with me. So I'm like, yeah, after this, you remember when you were little, you said I'm gonna quit you? I said, after this, I'm gonna just quit him. I'm going to just quit him. I'm going to see where this goes. So I asked him about my diabetes, telling him about where I was with my diabetes. I'm a first-time patient, so I'm trying to put him on game. This is what's going on. This is the medicine I take. He told me, oh, you need to see an endocrinologist. They handle diabetes. I said, oh, okay. He said, you have an endocrinologist? I say, no. He said, well, there's one next door. He said he does something with he said, no, that's not diabetes. He said, that's with your thyroid. He's a thyroid doctor. I said, well, yeah, I have thyroid. I have a thyroid, a cyst on my thyroid that I need to have removed. He said, okay, you go see him. He'll take care of that. Okay. All right, cool. So he said, but for diabetes, endocrinologist. I said, all right, endocrinologist. Gotcha. So I said, so you don't work on my diabetes and you don't work on my thyroid? He said, no. I said, okay. He said, but let me show you something. And I might have told y'all about this. So he pulls his phone out of his pocket and he shows me this African doctor that's doing a lecture. And he let me listen to the guy. I had to listen to maybe 3 minutes of this. I said, okay. I was tired of looking at this lecture. Because you showing me a doctor that's over in Africa. And he said, oh, I studied under him and I learned so much from him. And he showed me why black people have high blood pressure. And I'm thinking, I'm not here for high blood pressure. I'm here for my diabetes and here for my thyroid.
Dr. Sabi.
No, it wasn't even Dr. Sabi. It was another doctor. Oh. The doctor was, I don't know. I don't know nothing about doctoring. So I guess he was doing a good lecture. So I said, okay. I said, and you learned what? He said, I learned that why black people have high blood pressure. I said, oh, okay. I said, why do we have high blood pressure? He said, because they headlight out. He said, it's the food that you eat. The way you cook your food. And I'm thinking to myself, you just not figuring this out. And you 53? Because he told me he was 53. I'm 53. And I'm like, you just not figuring this out. I'm like, that's not even my problem to myself. So I said, okay. All right, cool. Got it. So then he puts his phone back in his pocket. And he says, he listened to my heart. And he says, I want you to go. I'm going to schedule an appointment to go to the cardiologist. I said, why? He said, because your heart is beating kind of funny and your heart rate fast. I said, but I feel fine. Just sometimes it flutters. I just take a deep breath and it stops. So he said, yeah, but with black women, though, y'all can have heart trouble and have a heart attack and not even know it, just down the spot. I say, ooh, just down the spot? Now, mind you, this is my first visit. I said, well, I don't want to die on the spot. I said, okay, I'll go over there. I'm still thinking to myself, I'm going to quit you. As soon as I leave here, I'm quitting you. But I am going to go to that cardiologist woman. All right, so after that, he says, I want you to come back and see me in 3 months. But I'm thinking, why? You can't do that with my diabetes. I don't have high blood pressure. And you can't assist me with my thyroid. Why am I coming back here to give you some money? So I said, as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to go walk right on past that reception, and I'm getting on in my car. And that's exactly what I did. Now, I did go to the cardiologist appointment, and they, the report said I don't have any plaque in my arteries. Everything was smooth. Everything looks normal. I don't have any heart problems. They didn't even say nothing about the irregular heartbeat, but that could be soda. Because sometimes I had too much soda. All right, so now I did go next door and make an appointment with the guy that does the thyroid. I get over there, make my appointment. So now I go back to see him another day. I get in there first visit. He came in there. His outfit is totally wrinkled. He had on scrubs, like you go do surgery or your CNA. He had on scrubs. They were so wrinkled, like he just went into a bin and pulled them out and just put them on. I mean, wrinkled. So I'm looking at him, and he looks like he's about up in age. He looked like he was about 80. So I was just amused already. So he said, "So what are we seeing you for today?" And I said, "Well, for my thyroid, I have first I thought it was a tumor." I said, "But, I've been told it's a cyst." I said, "But I have it in my chart. Can you pull up my chart and look at it?" He said, "No, unfortunately, our two systems are connected," which he might have been, I don't know who he was with, but I went to an atrium doctor first, but I don't know who he was with. It might have been Novant. So he said, "No, our systems don't merge, so I won't be able to see it." I said, "But that's okay. I can pull it up in my phone because I can log into my Atrium account, and you can see my test results." I'm trying to pull it up. He said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "Can I tell you something?" And I said, "Yeah, what?" I'm sitting on the table. He said, "You know how to take x-rays of your thyroid or, just of things?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You know what? I was never able to read those." He said, "You know what? I can't even find fish with my fish finder when I'm in my boat." He said, "It just looks like a bunch of white blobs. You never can really tell what it is that you're looking at." I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness. I put my phone back in my pocket. There weren't pictures of the x-rays. They were just the numbers, the diameters or however they measure it. But I realized from then, too, I'm going to have to quit you as soon as I leave here. I done broke up with 2 doctors. So now, I'm trying to figure out if my doctor is open the day after Christmas, because some of our passengers go to that doctor. And I just want to know if the office was open or closed. Well, when I get online, I see my office has been permanently closed. Permanently closed in red. South Point. Permanently closed. So I say, "Scotty, I think my doctor's office closed." So I get on the Google, because I want to see the picture of this doctor's office on Google. I say, "Scotty, that's my office. That's my doctor. He just broke up with me. He quit me before I could quit him. He broke up with me, didn't send me an email, didn't give me no phone call, didn't send no homing pigeons, didn't clap it out, nothing, smoke signals. He just shut down the shop." So that left me without a doctor. So now I'm thinking, doctors, how can y'all just do that to people? I'm a diabetic. You just leave me with no medicine? Just lay down too, baby. Just leave me with no medicine? I just don't get it. So anyway, I told the story to my jobs nurse practitioner, and so she got me some diabetes medicine and talked to her, and she sent me over some list of doctors, about 5 of them. So I'll call them tomorrow and see if I can get in with somebody and establish some type of patient care. And then I told her, I said, "And it's hard to find a doctor with enough stars. It ain't enough stars, right?" She said, "Oh, don't go by that." I said, "Don't go by that?" She said, "Don't go by that." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Because sometimes people give incentives for you giving them a good rating." She said, "So they may say, 'I'll give you $5 off on this,' or 'I'll give you this,' or 'I'll get." So she said that's why you can't rely on the stars, because they're buying stars. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm on the hunt again for a doctor in the Concord area. Again. At least I got me some medicine last me 30 days. So anyway, I'm going to go try to find me a doctor. If y'all know somebody in Concord that's a good doctor, I need a endocrinologist, and I need a general practitioner. I don't know why I need a general practitioner if I just get me an endocrinologist. If y'all know the difference, tell me. All right, I'm going to go. Talk to y'all later. Bye.